Ryan asked me, can you please make a video on Bun Rieu? Well, since you're so nice about it and you said please, hell yeah, I will make a video on Bun Rieu. Bun Rieu is your standard Vietnamese dish, which is like a short form of saying Bun Rieu Cua, which is essentially noodles, crab. So crab soup noodle. And this is one of the things that, not a lot of like non-Vietnamese people know about, but it's something that I, grew up eating. And it's super simple to make. And I'm gonna show you how to make it with the courtesy of my mommy. Alright, so when it comes to Bun Rieu, there's two quintessential ingredients being your crab, and yes, I use real crab, and tomato. You have to have that tomato base. Everything else is optional. So what you gotta do first is you gotta have your certain ingredients, including your shallots, your onions, your vermicelli noodles, your tomato, your egg, your tamarind powder, and some salt. So to start off with your Bun Rieu, what you need to do first is make sure you have a broth. Like, yes, you can go in your typical grocery store and buy your broth, but if you're Vietnamese style and you do it like the way that my mom does it, then you just get a pot of water, throw in some chicken bones, chicken meat, all that, and there you got your chicken stock, right? Your homemade chicken stock, and make sure you boil that for a couple hours. Now what you gotta do is you open up a pan, big large pot I mean, and throw in your shallots and your onions. You don't want to saute them, you just want them to have them sweat just a little bit. Throw in your tomatoes, and same thing, you don't want to saute the tomatoes. Just make sure they get their juices out, the flavor is right there in the tomato, that's your base. After you throw in tomatoes, what you do after is you can finally put in your stock that you made, your homemade chicken stock. So while you're making sure that the boiled and all stuff, what you need to do is you make sure you have the most important part, the crab, right? You can use fake crab, whatever, but I like to use real crab, and you throw in an egg in there and make sure it's nice and mixed together. So once you have your pot of chicken stock and tomato base already boiling and ready to go, then you throw in your crab mix, and you throw in your little tamarind powder, you throw in your salt, and BAM! That is your Vietnamese Bun Rieu Cua. And this video was brought to you by Ryan Nguyen, who asked, can you please make a video on it? There you go, that's my video on Bun Rieu Cua. See y'all in the next one. Doses. Of course, you gotta have the bean sprouts on top of that. Now, make sure you have a pan, make sure it's hot with oil, and it's super hot. And you want to take like around a 4 to 6 ounce ladle. You scoop the batter that you made into the pan, make sure you swirl it around,